I'm Shaun Cole, this is the Simpit, and today I'm here to help you out. Are you new to sim racing, on a tight budget, and have no idea where to start things out? Well, hopefully today we'll be able to give you a little bit of guidance and get you out on track. For the purpose of today's video, I'm acting like a good friend of mine has interest in sim racing and a strict $500 budget and wants the right path. Obviously, I'm assuming my friend already has a PC computer capable of sim racing or a console, because any of those things would break the budget right out of the gate. So we are starting with a gamer as a bare bones minimum. Now, when we're starting out, we really do have to make certain decisions and maybe even certain sacrifices. Spending too much money on any one item might prevent us from being able to get what we really need to get out on track and be competitive. Working with a $500 budget, we can rule out a sim rig, we can rule out any high-end equipment, but we can focus our energy on a setup that will be long-lasting and very good out on track. With that, we can just mount it to a desk or build up a DIY rig out of wood, whatever it takes to keep it stable and ready to race. Most of the wheels that we're talking about today are a little bit lightweight in force feedback power. They're all either gear or belt driven, and they all come in either a PC with an Xbox or a PC with a PlayStation mode, so they are compatible, but you have to buy the right one. So just what are the best options in this price range? Let's start things off by going through the list pretty quickly, starting off with the PXN V10 force feedback wheel on sale for $279. The Thrustmaster T248 or the T300 RS, both at $399. You've got the Thrustmaster T300 Ferrari Integral Alcantara version for $499. Or you've got the Logitech G series and the G29 or the G920 for $399. Again, that does keep us in the belt drive or gear drive based wheels. To get into that direct drive market, you're looking at a starting cost of $599 for a Moza kit or $699 for a Fanatic kit. Now, getting back to the PXN V10 racing wheel, what you get for that $279. It has everything that you need, including a 3-pedal set and a force feedback wheel, and it even comes with an H-pattern shifter. I've not personally tested this wheel, but it is basically a knockoff of the wheels made from Logitech and Thrustmaster over the years, all thrown into this one. It also doesn't have much of a track record in the sim racing world. It is the most bang for the buck as far as what you get, but there is zero expandability or upgradability in this setup, but it is the least expensive full kit on our list. When it comes to starter kits from Thrustmaster, they do take more of an a la carte approach to it. So you do have a few different options or variations or combinations that you can put together and maintain that sub $500 range. Starting things off with the T248, which is their newest mid-entry level wheel and features their newest technology. The wheel is light and force feedback, but does give you a lot for that $400 price tag. The wheel comes with approximately 3 to 3.5 Newton meters of power and a pretty nice upgraded wheel rim. This includes magnetic release paddle shifters, a small digital display with various outputs, and a bunch of cool buttons and switches with a plastic rimmed wheel and a pretty cool basic 3-pedal set. It really is everything that you need to be racing competitively. Another option from Thrustmaster, and still at that $400 price tag, is the T300 RS kit. This is a wheel that many sim racers have cut their teeth on, and a lot of them probably race on to this day. It is a very good wheelbase. The T300 does come in a handful of variations, including the base on its own, but it is the RS version that we're referring to here. It's the old design when comparing it to the T248, but it is upgradable, having the Thrustmaster quick release system, meaning you can add any of the Thrustmaster wheel rims to it later. It is the strongest wheel in the group, coming in at 4 Newton meters of power. The T300 RS wheel also comes with the T3PA pedals, which are a 3-pedal set including the clutch. Now, because you gave me $500 to work with, I really do have to mention the Thrustmaster T300 Ferrari Integral Alcantara version. It does cost $500 on the nose and gets you an upgraded wheel rim from the RS version. Ultimately, it's the exact same setup, but it's getting you a $200 wheel rim for only an extra $100 on that initial purchase. Now, the last wheel on the list comes from Logitech, and it's the G29 or the G920, depending on the compatibility that you want. Logitech is the company that changed sim racing when they released the G20. This, the third generation, is a much improved version of that original wheel. When we talk about tried and true in sim racing, the Logitech G series is the one. Plug and play and endless compatibility. The G series now lists for the same price as the Thrustmaster at $400 and really has zero upgradability. It is what it is, other than the add-on shifter. The G series wheel is somewhere between 2 and 2.5 Newton meters of power, which is very, very light in the modern era of sim racing. This wheel rim gives you everything you need, and it comes with a 3-pedal set, but overall, it's a bit dated and a little basic. Those are the wheels that I would recommend in the sub $500 market, and they all have their advantages or disadvantages. You could save some money and put that money into other things like other upgrades or a sim chassis, sim rig, whatever you want to call it. Or you could save it up for later, just save money in general. And other wheels do give you a little bit more performance, but it will cost you a little bit more money. But to answer this question best, I think the best thing I really could do is, again, if my best friend came to me and said, Shaun, I love your rig, I love sim racing, I want to get into it, here's my $500, what would you buy for me? Here's the way I would answer the question. If I knew that person was going to be in sim racing for a very long time, likely to upgrade their equipment in the future, I would probably steer them in the direction of the Thrustmaster T248 RS. And the main reason being that they could save that $100 and save that towards a set of load cell pedals for later, or upgrade the wheel rim. Now, if they loved that Ferrari Alcantara rim and that is a wheel that they would upgrade to in the future, I would say go ahead and spend that $100 now and get the upgraded wheel rim and make yourself that much happier, knowing they were going to get hooked on sim racing, buy themselves better pedals later on in life, and be very happy with that setup. Now, with all of that said, I have to tell you, I do have a little secret setup that I would say. If that same friend knew for a fact that they were never going to upgrade, this is a one-time purchase, this is a one-time buy-in, $500 is my budget, then I'd beg them, give us another $29 to add to the budget. Because here's my secret tip. The Logitech G Series wheels right now are on sale for $299.99, and they've been on sale for that price for quite a while, and I expect it to remain. Well, therefore, you could take an extra $229 and buy a set of Thrustmaster T LCM pedals. You'd have a total cost of $529. You could take the Logitech pedals and just chuck them to the side in case anything ever went wrong, but you'd have a really decent pedal set, a really decent wheel, albeit light on force feedback, but it would be a long-lasting, very competent setup at that budget, as long as you're never planning on upgrading. The advantage of the Thrustmaster setup at the same price point, $500, is that you would then be able to buy new wheel rims. You would then be able to even upgrade to the T818 direct drive wheelbase and use the wheel rims if you've bought any add-ons in the future. So either way, T300, that Logitech Thrustmaster combo, either way, I would definitely recommend them to my best friend getting into sim racing, and therefore you know they're going to do pretty well in your hands for that kind of budget as well. So I hope this helps you out if you're getting started in sim racing. If you do want to know when our next show comes out, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like this one, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and most of all, thank you for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.